Hello everyone, and in this video we will have a fat, namely a transmission from the company Sram GX 12 speed, and I fell for the marketing, just not those from the rental, but people who probably every second or every two people out of 3 wrote that GX, that's just if SRM then only GX, because NXSX, which also has 12 speeds and also Eagle technology, it's like the plasticine settings are generally lost there, and so on and so forth. Only his GX, and that's it. Well, what the hell am I? Well, okay, LL put it on the project Rezik R. This transmission is simply expensive. At least for me. For someone else, they'll say it's like nothing supernatural. But damn, for me it's like. In this video we'll see what kind of switch it is. Let's see what kind of rollers it is. I'll briefly tell you what I think in general. Switches. Cost, because at the time of ordering it was about 10,000, now it's even more at the link below in the description. You can go see, you can, of course, take it right away with the coin. It will be cheaper, and the video about the coin will also be in the next video when it arrives. And all the links, of course, below in the description. Because that they often ask, yes, where is he? There is all this below under the video. So let's go watch, let's go. Come well, and of course we need what we need to weigh him, because it's not easy. Let's say by the looks of it his massive weight is 299 grams. Well, that's it, as they say, has grown to Eagle technology. And for those people who say, oh, why not Shimano for this money, they could have taken Shimano XTR there, or something else exactly in principle. This is the level. How the coin goes next. How it works, then I'll tell you all about it in detail about the coin when it arrives. But in this video we have this switch. By the way, strangely enough, the serial number was not crossed out here, because usually it is crossed out everywhere. Well, like, everything is crossed out if you want. Don't take it. And here there is also a statement of efficiency of 520%, which means it will be possible to put, I don't remember exactly what kind of cassette it is, 951 or 50, and you will have just 520% class, I think that class, and in a straight line from Bokhara it will be easier for you with 2 in general. Something like that. So we also have Type 3 technologies, which is roller bearing clutch. In principle, I had it on an Nasrim NX, which is one of the high-speed ones, similar. Just nothing supernatural new. No eyeliner. The route is also executed. It turns out there is a stop of the shirt with a cable. And all this comes into such a circle that then all this tension will make more smooth. Probably before I was afraid that, damn, this hinge is a circle, how can you still take it apart with a wheel? By the way, it's also riveted and you can't clean it in any way. How long I ride everything is fine. In principle I'm happy. Here, by the way, we also have markings, and there is a view. Well, for the adjustments, of course, this is Baitation. Low-high screws are also all hexagon mounted, which is good, but damn, what surprised me, and I'm just so seriously, I'll do it someday, and I'll do it with it. I'll take it apart. And I saw here the retaining rings for the parallelogram exactly on the axis of the parallelogram. That is, I can just take them apart, get them out, and everything inside just come out at all. I don't know how the spring will turn out. It won't be possible to remove it. Well, someday I won't do it right. A way, of course, but I'll just do it in a cool way for good reason. As they say, I overpaid. Yes, people will say that too. Here's a useful feature, by the way. You can immediately evaluate how hard the foot is. It's hard. This is the locking button. We have a switch hanging, we pulled it out. And the chain is not in tension and we can do whatever we want. Accordingly, we want to just remove the lock, put it on, change it and remove the wheel. By the way, it's convenient because it's hanging here so up and everything is already moving around somewhere. The chain is not in tension, everything is cool. Well, the spring itself is in a parallelogram. Ours is also really stiff, which is also why Shimano differs from Sram in the rigid springs, even though there is no toggle switch before that. The shadow plus lever here is the Type 3 technology itself, aka roller. Sure, it just almost probably repeats this feature from Shimano. Well, now what I want to see is what we have here from the rollers. Of course, it's clear that our axles are shifted and it's just normal that they reshifted like that. It's just a little bit, but here it's just due to the fact that we have a large cassette with 50 teeth. So this is what we need. Now, let's see that we have an upper roller and a lower roller. I want to look at what seems like a miss because there were screws on the lock. Here most likely hardened. The fact that they are black, not just somehow painted, but hardened. Oh, even so, it turns out that we also have a bearing with a rubber boot, which is generally a huge plus. Why? Because you can service it. Just pick it up later and change the lubricant. By the way, its marking is 626 LY H. Well, yes. As far as you can see something like that, well, change the bearings. I think it's not a problem. And in general, put the same Chinese video or the same font. I think it won't be too bad for the switch to work. By the way, you'll also have to remind yourself what to check for yourself later on the play of the rollers themselves. Well, the lower roller, we also rotate on a miss just divinely, without noise and dust, but of course there is a difference. I think you noticed in the size of the roller that the upper one has 11 teeth and the lower one has 14. The lower one is responsible for tension of the chain, and the top one is the feed roller, and is responsible for clarity. And in theory I have NT tried it, yet if you put more teeth, then the wear on the chain will be less and the rollers themselves and the accuracy of the switching itself will increase, as well as the noise of the transmission itself, namely the chain. Well, this it's still worth checking. Many people say that it's like so it should be. We'll take my word for now. Well, you can also trust me and write your comments. Do you think it's true or not? Well, and the paw, of course my respects. Why? Because it's light and aluminum. I think it's not for nothing that such women just take such a switch. So, now I want to check if it's just that I'm shaky at all. There's just no what's below, what's on top. So just the switching should be perfect, but very huge. But your underscore should also be absolutely even. If it will be there in some plane bent there by a figure of 8 twisted spiral of some kind, then forget everything about the 12-speed transmission in general. Because, well, it won't work normally for you to shift like in front of some extreme stars there. For example, from a small to the middle of the cassette it will be normal, but then some stupid ones will start, it will jump there through 1 speed, maybe even through 2 speeds, because Such underscore often happens like this. Today there was a switch. And will be on my project Rizik. How do you like it? Write in the comments what you think. In general about the CRM company as a whole, what is it better for you? After all, the third is not given there, wheel. Just forget about the company from these two for you to choose. Write in the comments, it will be interesting to read, and of course, until the next videos.